Hey, welcome to the Premier Heating and Air Show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Just to give you the information right off the top, phone number to call is 720-547-8009. The website is premieraircolorado.com. Usually we start with some, I don't even know. Well, I mean, we can start with some college football. A couple of us have teams still in the mix. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry for
I've
the
got
folks.
some things to say about my team here.
You got some things to say about Wyoming
I've
football?
got some things to say. Okay, so I have gotten some information out of the Wyoming Cowboys. You know, we people from Wyoming, we're called natives, not Wyomingites. Okay. Natives. Okay. So I've gotten some information out of Wyoming Cowboys. So you look back and they figured out that they were not in bowl contention, say around, I don't know, maybe September, October. Okay.
Yeah.
So they started up a new program just specifically for the football players, because the football players needed to plan for what was going to happen in December and January when they weren't in a bowl. So they started up a new scrapbooking program. And now, hey, don't be laughing. Don't be laughing. This is a 300 level class. Okay. Mail scrapbooking. Okay.
Wow.
They just the last couple of weeks started writing letters to Santa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I've got the beginning of a few of the letters, but one of the letters right here, it begins with Dear Santa. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of standard, right? But then we've got another one here that says, Dear Mr. C, please watch out for us. And we know that since you can make reindeers fly and snowmen dance and sing, all we're asking for Christmas is another Josh Allen.
That's it. That's all you want.
That's all they want.
There you
That's
go.
all you want.
Josh Allen, and they want to be able to, we want it for all 4 years.
So all you're looking for is another 6'5", 240 pound reject from all of the Division I schools around, who had to go to junior college out in California, who is transformed into perhaps the best quarterback in the NFL.
That's all we want.
That's all you want.
All we want for Christmas. That's all we want.
But that's it.
Hey, he can make reindeer fly and snowmen dance and sing.
Okay. All right. Well, best of luck. Best of luck to you guys.
You never know.
Hey, here's the great thing. Here's a great thing about being a poke. It's easy to catch the reindeer because you know how to lasso them. I mean, it's piece of cake.
And then we ride them.
Then you ride. Yeah, I mean, like you got that down. Like that. Like I'd like to see the UCLA Bruins try that. You know what I'm saying?
We can push sheep through a fence.
I mean, and in terms of the Rams, I mean, Cam the Ram is, I don't know, he's cute. That being said, CSU in the Snoop Dogg Bowl. This is where I feel like we should make some more bold jokes about Snoop Dogg. But maybe we stay away from that. Who knows? By the way, that game is going to be on broadcast on Altitude. The Snoop Dogg Bowl, CSU, is going to be broadcast on Altitude.
Wow.
And our very own Coach Mike Sanford, who's a good pal and is on every day with us, is the color analyst on the radio broadcast. So, and Mike did a couple of TV games for the Rams this year too, Reed. So you should know that there'll be an incredible CSU bias, and he was fired by CU. So he might hate their guts. Who knows? I don't know. So it's kind of like, Reed, that's kind of your perfect guy right there.
Yeah.
So
that's why I like Altitude. You guys are actually covering the Rams. We're talking about them all the time now.
So. There you go. Yeah. Especially on this show. We do got you covered on that. Hey, it's the holiday season. And again, this is the Premier Heating and Air Show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air. 720-547-8009. premieraircolorado.com. Okay, I'm so excited to promote what you guys are doing for charity purposes. So Reed, why don't you take it away? I got my little cheat sheet of notes here, but so if you forget what you're doing, I got you covered. But I'll let I got your back here, but why don't you lay it out? What's going on?
Yeah, so typically, I mean, we're always looking for opportunities to get involved in the community, to kind of give back. So we've done this pretty much every year, for the last several years. So what we're doing is we're looking for kind of a family in need that we can come in and give them a brand new furnace and, reach out to us, go to our website. And I don't know what else you have on there, but that's basically what we're looking to do. We're partnering up with Tom and American Standard and, just looking to give back and try to help somebody out in need.
Well, thank God I'm here with my notes.
Okay.
So what you're doing is you're looking for a family in need. So if you happen to be in that situation, or if you know somebody, go to premieraircolorado.com. and you can submit to win a free furnace and installation. Okay, what's the general cost? I mean, I know things sort of depend, but give me a ish sort of value on that.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the situation, but probably somewhere between like $5,000-$10,000 roughly, somewhere in there.
That's mind blowing.
Yep.
So you get something depending on your needs and what it is, and everybody's a little bit different. Depending on what it is, a $5,000 to $10,000 value on this giveaway.
Yeah,
$5,000 to $10,000 value. That's wild. You guys, I'll say we. We're family.
All of us.
Even though I didn't get invited to the party. We will choose to notify one family by January 2nd. So here we are, late December, Christmas right around the corner. But there is time, even time after Christmas, to enter for this. Okay. So it's not just like, hey, I know a lot of things feel like they amp up to Christmas and then it's just, it's December 26th. We'll see everybody later. No, you have up until January 2nd to get this done. So please pass the word along. Thank you guys for doing this. So generous. So helpful. I think it's awesome. And again, to get that free furnace and installation for a needy family. Oh, I'm there. I swear to God. Hold on.
We lost you. There he is.
I'm there. This is the technical side of little. See, I got elves.
Button?
I got elves in the shelf, and that like to mess with me a little bit. I got my own little gremlins here in my production house. But anyways, it's 720-547-8009, premieraircolorado.com. What else would you want to add there, Reed?
Yeah. So another thing, I was kind of talking to Tom a little bit yesterday, and, so we have the charity, that we're trying to help a family in need. But then we're also talking about, maybe this is something that we can do, definitely more often, but also running, some more contests. So when people listen in, I think we got some things in the works where we're going to try to do this, probably maybe once a month.
Great.
For all of next year. So it's going to be something you're going to want to listen in, and we're going to have more details, but we're going to be running a lot of different contests, and you could win a free system.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fantastic. You guys are so generous. I suppose we're at that time of the year that we say how grateful we are for each other. And I am. And it was fun how it all started with the three of us coming into Altitude's offices. And it's like, well, what are we really going to do? And how are we going to do this? And I looked at the two of you, and the talent was limited. And I'm like, I don't know if this is really gonna work. But what I knew
was a piece for radio.
Yeah, exactly. But I was like, yeah, this would work way better from our own offices and homes rather than coming into the studio, that sort of thing. And it's been so great. It's been so much fun doing this with you guys every single week. So I don't know if you want to reflect on that, but I just wanted to share my opinion of how long we've been doing this, almost for an entire, gosh, when did we start? I guess in the spring, right?
I was going to say, it was like March or April, wasn't it?
It was Just getting warm.
Spring or summer. And, I think we're, I don't know, like almost 30 episodes in now.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. Way cool.
Insane. And hopefully more to come. And let me tell you, if people don't know this, and we do have a hard time circling when I started with Premiere, Reed. It's kind of weird because I want to say, I always get, is it 12? Is it 13? Is it 14 years?
I'll tell you. So
tell me.
Because I remember it.
Okay.
It's right when we got Peyton Manning in.
Oh my God. Was it really?
So what was that, 12 years ago?
2012.
2012. Yeah, because, I had been listening to your show for a long time. You and, Alfred on the drive and everything. And then, I was just kind of thinking like, it'd be cool if we, did some ads, and then we reached out, we ended up getting on with you. And then right after that, we got Peyton Manning, and things just kind of, took off. So perfect timing.
Wow. It's been that long, man. Yeah. So
meant to be.
So that was definitely in 2012. That was in the spring of 2012. And pretty magical from then on. Well, not magical for the Broncos. They went through a long time of sucking. Actually.
Yeah, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of downs.
Yeah, man. And during that time, Reed got fat, then Reed got thin, then Reed got married, then Reed had a kid. Yeah, he got married, he got all that. Tom was having heart attacks, and I was getting fired.
You were getting fired.
Yep.
So it hasn't been a boring 12 years.
And Premier Heating and Air has been there the whole time.
Isn't that right?
One constant.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, kind of funny, huh, Reed, when you think about it that way. What would attribute? I mean, my gosh, how many companies, Reed, during that time that are in your field have you just seen come and go?
Oh,
being serious, like how many?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, unfortunately, it happens all the time. But I think right from the very beginning, I mean, our whole mission was, taking care of customers, but really doing things the right way.
Right.
I mean, Premier, the name says it all. That's from the very beginning. Even when we picked the name, that was kind of our goal, was to be, top quality on everything and just do it the right way, no matter what.
And what sacrifices do you have to make because of that? What do you have to sort of say, man, that'd be cool, but it's just not the right thing for us to do?
Yeah, I mean, Tom has kind of been there too. We have conversations. I mean, things happen. Nobody's perfect. And, we're in construction, so things are going to come up. But I think it's a non-negotiable that we're always going to take care of the customer. We're always going to do the right thing, no matter what it takes. So we may have to cut a check, or we may have to take a little bit of a hit, but we're always kind of looking in the long term.
Right.
And that's, I think, been the key to our success, is we never, compromise on that.
Tom?
Yeah, I mean, it's not, I guess, Reed, going along with what Reed just said, I mean, we talk on a very frequent basis, and we don't look at today, we don't look at tomorrow, we don't look at next week. This is all about the long game. We started our businesses as a plan to service the home services industry. We are really, as Reed and I spoke just even yesterday, I mean, you think about an HVAC system, it's the only thing that you can look at in your life that is a 24/7, 365 product. I mean, you have your car, you've got to have your car to get to and from work. Your oven, you're using that, once a day, maybe. Microwave, you're using it a few times a day. But it is not, you can go without a microwave for a week,
right,
without a problem. I mean, things like that with your oven. You can get your car repaired. But an HVAC system, it's life-changing. And when we get these cold weather, we're going to be heading into, January, we're going to typically have stock show cold, and we're going to have the below zeros people don't live comfortably when it's below zero outside and they don't have a furnace. We ran into a situation just earlier this week. It was a church without heating, and they didn't have any kind of heat, and they weren't able to have services in this church, and we donated through some people a system for the church.
Very cool.
That's what it's about. It's the long game. It's how can we make a difference in people's lives.
Man, that is so great to hear. Good for you guys. And like when we talk about relationships, these aren't conversations we can just make up or fake. These are real things. And so if you have to make a choice and you're thinking about, well, this part of your life, I can tell you firsthand, this is a company you can rely on. This is a company that I've been with for years and multiple homes too, so one for 20 years.
Multiple home.
That's right. I'm not floating down the Danube like you, but I'm still a multiple home. I'm not a multiple homeowner at the same time like you. So I'm not that guy.
Tom just goes to Arizona when it gets cold. If his furnace is out, he just goes to Arizona.
I'm getting chilly. I'm getting a plane ticket.
Oh my Lord, there's an icicle. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
So, but no, we have fun and we joke because it means a lot to us to help other people and be part of other people's lives. So again, I want to talk about the promotion one time again, if people just are tuning in a little bit late. For this holiday season, up until January 2nd, if you go to premieraircolorado.com and maybe you're a needy family or a needy family that needs some help, we're talking about you can win a free furnace and installation, and we'll pick a winner on January 2nd. So maybe you have up till, New Year's, that sort of thing. And we'll pick a winner on January 2nd. And that would be a cool thing to document, Reed, by the way, to go out there and let's see it. Let's meet the family, right? Let's see the furnace and the installation. I mean, let's really see it. I hope I'm going to assume that we're going to document all that and we're going to be able to see that too.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, man, it's great. So again, premieraircolorado.com, 720-547-8009. Okay, what else is going on there, Reed? What other specials we got cooking? What else should people know about this week?
Yeah, so right now we have our December specials that we're kind of doing. And, I think one thing to kind of keep in mind is, we're kind of, Tom's clearing out some of his inventory. And, so this time of year is definitely a good time of year to buy. And then typically in January, prices go up every single year. It's just every manufacturer, everything, prices always go up in January. So, get it while you can. Everything is a little bit discounted right now. There's a lot of different rebates. We have our free furnace promotion that we're doing. So that's part of that rebate there. And then, $49 tune-up. If you're just kind of looking to, have us come out, that's typically $89 right now. So, we're doing a discount on that. Get out there and just check everything out, see what you got going on. And then, we also have 0 down, 0% financing available right now. So whether you're looking to replace your system or you just kind of want to see where you're at, we've got a lot of different options out there, and, just give us a call and we'll get you taken care of.
How about you, Tom? What's cooking there at American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning?
So we've talked a little bit. Most of the time we were talking about the refrigerant change over the summer, but now we're heading right into it. So December 31st of this year is the very last day that American Standard or any manufacturer can make an air conditioning unit or heat pump that has R410 refrigerant in it.
Right.
We're moving to a new refrigerant, R454B. And so we really stocked up on our 410 units this last year, and we placed some huge orders with American Standard, and actually we distributors overwhelmed their manufacturing process. So they ended up canceling, a few $1 million worth of orders, but we did get the lion's share of those orders. But I got to tell you, that product has been rolling out the door daily. In fact, there was a fellow that was in our office yesterday, and he said, "Hey, we need to get together. We need to meet. I need to see what you've got." And we're starting to really roll through that product, and we're going to start running out of that product prior to this upcoming cooling season. So we're going to be moving to the 454 product sooner than what we had planned, just because our sales have been so strong.
Nice. Wow, that's fantastic. Oh, it's so funny. We're talking about air conditioning,
right? Yeah, we're ordering air conditioning for next year right now.
It's hard to wrap my head around that, but of course it makes sense. How is the supply chain these days, Tom?
The supply chain's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm going to say it's okay. And when I say it's okay, it's great on the product side. Our challenge, our challenge really is the shipping. There's fewer and fewer truckers that are out there. Trucking companies are filing Chapter 11, Chapter 7.
Okay.
There are some real challenges on the transportation side of the industry. And that's all industries, whether it be furniture, whether it be air conditioning. Our loads that typically would come in 4 to 7 days now are coming in 3 to 4 weeks. And so it just really comes down to trying to get product in through the door. Everything we own, everything we sell is made in the United States. American Standard is an American company made in Tyler, Texas. So it's assembled in United States. So everything is not, we're not waiting for something coming in at some kind of a port or anything. Okay. It's all about trying to get units moved across the country.
Okay. And the manufacturing's done here in the United States as well?
Oh, yeah. The furnaces are made in Trenton, New Jersey.
Okay.
Our air conditioners and heat pumps are made in Tyler, Texas. Our big units that go on light commercial buildings, they're made in Clarksville, Tennessee. So everything is made. We've got some units that are made in Vidalia, Georgia. So we have 5 manufacturing plants across the United States, but everything is made here in the United States.
Well, that's awesome.
So if there's ever any question about tariffs or anything like that, you don't have to worry about that with American Standard, because we make everything inside the boundaries of America.
So you don't see in 2025 passing extra costs on to the consumer. You don't see that happening with you guys.
Well, we are going to have a price increase for the transition from R410 to 454.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just a totally different product.
It's a totally different. The unit, looking at the unit from the outside, looking 100% the same. But what we have is, because of that refrigerant, there is a sensor that goes in the air conditioning coil that is mounted on top of the furnace. And with that additional safety, that makes the whole system come up in cost a bit. So in a sense, Reed was 100% correct. We're going to have a price increase January 1 because of additional components, because of additional costs within the new units.
Well, this again, hey man, you guys are such a great company, and the partnership with the two of you has been phenomenal. And you don't have to think about it twice. So again, one last time here for what's going on. It's a free furnace and installation for you if you're a needy family or somebody. If you go to premieraircolorado.com, premieraircolorado.com, 720-547-8009. And when you hear stuff like that, Reed, about Tom and the dedication of American Standard Heating and Air and the producing things in America, that's got to be a good feeling for you. It's got to be one of the things that you take pride in your relationship with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for multiple reasons, but, I think it's big. Support American companies, support local businesses. We're a local family-owned business.
Right.
So I think all those things are important. And, I think another thing, we're always trying to get people to be proactive, and we talk about a lot of these things. And, there's all these changes coming up, but we do have the equipment right now. You can get a good price. We try to keep the price changes minimal. We're really competitive in the market. I mean, typically we're not the most expensive. We're not the cheapest. We're somewhere in the middle, right? Which I think a lot of people, they like to be in the middle, but there's certain things like this that we can't control. I mean, every year prices go up. We have to adjust our pricing just to keep up with everything. And then with the new equipment coming out, I mean, that's a pretty substantial jump and, just Palm's costs and our costs. So, you could be looking at like multiple different increases next year, going into summer where the demand is really high too. So it is something, I mean, get it done, this year. And with that financing, you're not going to have to make a payment until next year.
Yeah. Right.
I know it gets tight around the holidays and things like that, and people have a lot of different things going on, but it is something you want to address it now because you're going to be, get ahead of everything and you don't have to worry about it in 2025.
Yeah. And we'll be rocking and rolling in 2025. And I've been taking my bike to work for the past, do you remember when we had 9 feet of snow 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
That's gone, man. There's nothing around. Nothing.
I kind of wish we'd get some before Christmas, but I went out.
Yeah.
I was out golfing last weekend, so I'm not complaining too much.
There you go. Hey, what's wrong with that, right?
Yeah. In my shorts in December.
It happens. But then, it'll be 0 degrees. And, I think there's always moments during this time of the year where we always think, oh, yeah, well, Colorado's blah, 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 blah. It's not so bad, that sort of thing. And then it's Colorado. It can be. It will be. I mean, it's inevitable. And we do get these weird dry spells sometimes in December and January. I've been living out here for 26 years, and you always think, man, it's never going to snow here. And then it's March and there's 9 feet of snow again. And so, which is why we love this state. We love Colorado. We love 4 seasons. We love, I wouldn't live anywhere else. But for heating and air conditioning needs, this is why it's a volatile state for those type of things. And don't be fooled. And listen, we understand a lot of people just scramble when there's an emergency. That's why I say just put Premier's number in your phone, 720-547-8009. Because there's so many times over the years where it's like, DMAC, what's that company? I've been talking about it for 12 years, 13 years, but that's okay. But because people, sometimes don't get ahead of things. But this is such a simple thing to do. Get your phone out, 720-547-8009, Premier. That's it. That's all you got to think about. And if you're a dummy and you have an emergency, there you go. We advise you to not be a dummy and just get ahead of the game. And if you stay as part of the Premier family with regular tune-ups, regular checkups, you will just not have problems like this ever. And you get on the scheduling list, Reed, and that's it. You stay there, and that's it forever. And you remind the customers, right?
Join the club, right?
Yep. Join our Premier Platinum membership, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. I mean, that's the thing, is it's going to get cold. And, when that happens, if you have a problem, I mean, what are you doing? A lot of times people are just calling around anybody that'll answer, anybody that will get out there. And, when you're in our membership, you get priority service. So you move to the front of the line. We will get out to you within, a day typically, and you don't have to worry about it, and then you're taken care of moving forward. You get 10% discount on anything that needs to be done. And you also get a 5% discount on a new system when it is time to replace. Yeah.
Guys, we got to wrap it up. We thank you for listening to the Premier Heating and Air Show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I love both of you guys. I hope you both have wonderful Christmas holidays with your families. And we'll talk again after Christmas, but before New Year's. So maybe we just should start drinking.
Yeah.
So,
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to everybody, and thank you to listening on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.